to Yoga by Janelle. Today is day 6 of 10-minute morning yoga session. Today we're going to be working on our balance. Your balance is very important. It helps to keep you from falling, but it also can do more than that. If you learn to balance yourself, you can learn to balance yourself on and off of the mat. And the way you balance yourself off of the mat is simply by finding time to do the things that you really need to get done. You know, I know there are days when I feel like I have done nothing all day, or I've spent way too much time sitting on the couch watching television. Maybe I haven't spent enough time with my children. Maybe I've been at work way too long. All those things are things that we need to try to help us find balance. So as we're working through this practice today, focus on your practice, but also try to continue to practice finding that balance in your life, whatever that means for you. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to start. You're just going to need your mat. You may need 1 or 2 blocks depending on where you are with your balance journey. I will definitely be using my blocks because I am still learning to get my balance together. So go ahead, let's get started. Alright, I invite you to come to the center of your mat. Firmly press those feet down into the ground so that you can feel all 4 corners firmly rooted into the ground. We're going to go ahead and we're going to inhale, lifting those arms up, raising your head to the ceiling. We're going to exhale, bring those arms down. Inhale, lifting those arms up. And exhaling those arms down. Going to inhale, we're going to step out to the side to a little bit of a side angle lunge, stretching that right arm up and over. Sending that energy through that hand, all the way from that hand to that foot. And coming back up again, we're going to go over into stretching that left side. And coming back up, bring those arms behind you, clasping those hands together, draw those shoulders down and back, into a little bit of a back bend. And releasing it up. I'm going to start by rooting your right foot down into the ground. We're going to bring that left leg up. You're going to inhale that leg up and exhaling it down, stepping back slightly if you choose. You don't have to. This is you finding your balance, lifting it up and coming back down. On our last lift, I'm going to lift that leg up. You may hold it here. You may open it up, straighten it out forward, or you may grasp that toe and stretching that foot out. 2 more breaths. And releasing it down, going to the opposite leg, rooting down through your left leg, lifting that right leg up, lifting it up, and stepping it back down. Inhale, lifting it up, stepping it back, and this time we're going to inhale, lift that leg up, holding it, cradle. You can grab onto that toe, extending that foot out forward, taking a few breaths. And releasing it. We're going to go ahead, rotate that right leg up to the top of your mat, and we're going to go into your high lunge. You're going to come forward. You can bring yourself forward onto your hands, or you can use your block. And extending that leg back, arms are out, forward, or you may hold onto your block. You can also do a variation of 1 arm up, 1 arm supported. And releasing it. Rotate to the other side, starting in your high lunge. And coming down. And lifting that back leg up. Again, finding your supported position to help you gain that balance. And releasing it down, coming up to stand. I'm going to go ahead and come into tree pose. We're going to root down through your left leg. You can position your foot directly onto your lower half, or you can position it between your knee and your ankle, or you can bring it into your groin. whichever position feels best for you. You can use your block, again, finding the position that works best. You can rotate the block at whatever height that you feel safe, and you can work on your tree pose balance in that position safely. Go ahead, find that balance. We're going to root down through our left leg, lifting up the right leg. Bringing those hands into your chest and breathing. Find your focal point, something that's not moving. Taking in a couple more breaths. And releasing it. Bringing that leg in. Switching over to the other side. You may notice a slight difference on either side, but find your balance. See, I'm a little wobbly, and that's okay. Just find that balance. Couple more breaths. And releasing it. We're going to go ahead and step forward. We're going to move our blocks out the way. We're going to inhale those arms up. And exhaling it down. And lift into a half lift. And exhaling it down to the ground, stepping back into plank. And lowering down to the ground. Inhaling it up. And exhaling it back down. We're going to lift all the way up through downward facing dog. You're going to either walk or we're going to step those feet through. Then lift into a half lift. Exhaling it down. Inhale, lift those arms all the way up. And exhaling it down to your chest. We're going to step back with your left leg. Rotating that foot slightly forward. Going to have your right leg going towards the wall. Back leg at a 45-degree angle. Extend those arms out. We're going to lean towards that right side. Coming down into your triangle. If you're having neck issues, go ahead and keep your head facing down. Otherwise, you're welcome to bring that arm up and extend, turning that gaze upward. Now, if you want to use your block again, you may go ahead. You're going to bend that knee. You can grab onto your block, holding it. You're going to bring that leg up into your half moon. If you're feeling steady, you can lift that arm up. Your gaze can be down, forward, or up. And releasing it, switching over to the other side. Extending those arms out, leaning forward, coming down into your triangle. And putting a bend in that front leg. Again, finding the level of your block that's best for you. You can extend that arm out, finding your gaze, and finding that balance. And releasing it down, putting a slight bend in that leg once more. And we're going to windmill those arms down and around to the ground, stepping back into plank. And here, we're going to go for a little bit of balance in plank. We're going to go ahead and go into a side plank. Finding your balance, you can keep your feet extended. You can bring that top foot in. One more breath. And releasing it down. Going to rotate to the opposite side. Again, finding your balance. And releasing it down. Coming down onto your hands and knees. Going to step back into child's pose just for a moment. Taking a little breather. Lifting that head up, we're going to come into tabletop. You want to have your wrist in your wrist and your shoulders in alignment, as well as your hips and your knees. You're going to extend out that left leg and that right arm. We're going to lift them up and bring them down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhaling down. Inhale, lift up one more time. Hold it. If you want more challenge, you can bring those arm and leg out to the side. You can extend them or you can bend them. And one more. And releasing it down to the ground. Switching. Extending the right leg and the left arm. Inhale it up. Exhaling it down. Lifting it up. Exhaling it down. One more time. And bringing them out to the sides and bringing it in. Keeping those abdominal muscles tight. Exhaling it out. Inhaling it in. One more time. And bringing it down. Going to set back into child's pose for one more rest. And we're going to lift that head up. Coming back into a seated position. And this concludes our 10-minute morning yoga session. So I want to just thank you so much for joining me and sticking with me every day. I hope that these have been beneficial for you. If they have, please leave me a comment below. Let me know how it's benefited you. Let me know if there's other classes that you would like for me to do for you. Also, go ahead, like and subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. And as always, you guys have a wonderful day. Remember to keep that balance that you worked on so hard today. Working on the mat, keep that balance with you throughout the day. Have a great day.